So, Jack, what are you doing?
I'm looking for another deal, so I've already got one.
What's the deal you've got?
Doing rooming houses.
What are you doing?
So I'm building two, and we're keeping them. So I get
With
one.
your JV partner?
Yeah, I get one and they get one.
And how does that work out? What are the figures going to be?
We're going to put an option on it. I'm going to put an option on it because I can't get a loan for 2 years.
Right.
So it'll be half of the development cost, and then in 2 years I'll have enough equity in it to not have to put in a deposit.
And if you have a lease option with that, then the banks will count that as a purchase, like as a record for credit.
Yep.
So yeah, the lease option is actually what you need to put on it for that.
Okay.
At the end.
Yeah, lease option.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's the cash flow on them?
That'll be about 40 grand positive, 20 grand each.
Right.
And that's including a 10% vacancy rate and everything else.
Good. Okay. How'd you find it?
Sort of by accident. I was looking for a splitter deal, and I found one, and it wasn't too good, but it looked like it would maybe work. And then I was telling Ian about it, and Ian goes, "Why don't you do a rooming house?" And I thought you could maybe do that, but I didn't know it would fit. Then I rang up my builder, and he goes, "Yeah, we just did one on 300 square meters."
Okay.
So I'm like, "All right, let's do that."
So it's a 600 square metre block.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So what's the next deal you're looking for?
Same one. I want to do 5 of them.
Okay.
Yep. And then I want to do townhouses.
Okay.
Yep.
That's your plan.
Yep.
So you were working as a brickie. Are you still doing that?
Nah, I retired. I'm not doing bricklaying ever again.
Okay. So what are you doing?
I am a sales representative, a consultant.
Okay.
I run my own business. It's called Beanstalk Projects, and I sell courses for Knowledge Source, and I'm looking into doing finder's fees, and I'm also looking into pairing up people with deals with money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And I'm a developer.
You're a developer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
23.
23. Okay. So are you doing your reading?
Yeah. Yep. I actually did slack off for a little bit because the Paul Hanna double book was big. I'm like, that's too big. And then I found out that there was 2 books in there. I'm like, that's not too big.
So you can handle it now.
Yeah, so I procrastinated a lot with it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm reading again. I just finished the majority of that.
Okay, and how are you finding the reading?
Good. If I don't read, I don't do anything.
Funny that, isn't it?
Yeah. So you picked them out at times in my life when I was going through stuff, and then absolutely everything I was reading was to do with everything in my life. And it was weird. Like, I don't know if it's everyone's life, but I relate to it all. It's good.
So what's your favourite book?
Celestine Prophecies.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. It's all about energy and stuff. And my boss was stealing my energy by putting me down all day, every day. And then I just realised that he was stealing my energy, and then that's no good. So I got out of there. Yeah.
Okay, you can actually block it too without actually physically moving, but that's okay.
Yeah, I didn't get up to that part before I quit. I just found out he was stealing my energy, and that's why I feel bad, and then I quit.
It helps to read the whole book first.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking for another deal. How much time do you spend on deal searching?
Deal searching, I put in 45 minutes at a time.
Right.
Depends if I'm satisfied with what I've done.
Okay, and how often would you do that?
Once a day.
Okay.
Yep.
And how long does it take you to manage the deal you've got on the go at the moment?
Like, I don't know, 20 minutes every couple of days.
Okay, so you've got the tradies going, it's on the process.
Yeah.
It's a relatively easy deal to do with builders and things.
I've my old bricklaying boss gave me an analogy which I live by now. My job is to handball stuff. So everything which comes to me, I handball it to someone else so I can catch more stuff. So I don't really want to do anything except for pass on my stuff to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some things you do have to do yourself, but yes, okay. I get your point.
Yeah.
All right. What are some of the things that you've learnt from so far in the program?
Fear. The only reason I wasn't buying anything was because I was too scared to. I used to put low bids on everything, and when it comes down to it, I could have gone and bought any of those properties if I'd have just went out and bought them.
And how would you have gone with any of those properties?
Oh, I think it's the problems are worse in your head. So once you've got one, you can sort of figure out something to do. But a few of them weren't very good. But yeah, I reckon it would have been alright on a few of them. Probably would have ended up doing rooming houses. Yeah, I think it was just the fear which was getting me out of them. A few of them I needed to get rid of, and they weren't good at all. Like pretty much the bottom of a river.
How did you cope with the fear?
Well, I didn't realise that I had it until I got one. So when my offer got accepted instead of a party, I was just like, oh, I don't actually want this. And then,
really?
Yeah, it was a bit like that. And then I sort of figured out that, hang on a second, that's why I haven't been doing anything. Because it came for sale for $529, and we put an offer on it for $555. We had no tricky clauses or anything in there. We just went out there and bought it.
Yep.
And it was scary. But there's been a few issues where people told me that it's going to take this long and then it's not. People told me it's going to cost this much and then it's not. But once you get told that and you find out that it's not going to cost what you thought it is, you just sort of fix it. And it's not that big of a deal.
So you're keeping a spreadsheet?
Yeah.
With all the costs and the process? How are you going with your feasibilities now?
Yeah, pretty good. I do the full jumbo one.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's got
now you know how to use it.
Yeah. It's got like 7 different pages, and I can say, well, it figures out that it's going to take this long and all that. I don't know how it works, but it does. So I love it.
Good. Okay. Now we've got 6 months to go.
Yep.
What's your plan for the next 6 months?
I'm aiming for 5.
Under contract?
Yep.
Don't just put them under contract just because. They've got to be good deals.
Yeah. If we can get our money back, which we put into it, and that's all that really counts. Rooming houses where we can get our money back.
And keeping
them all. I want one of them all. And because if that means our deposits are paid for, and that builds up the equity, you can't necessarily use it, but my cash flow would be quite high by the end of that.
Okay, so if you're going for cash flow.
Yeah, and technically there's equity in them because I've got the 20% deposit in them. But yeah, mainly cash flow because I like cash flow.
And you had a lot of trouble with cars and debts and motorbike debts and things like that. Are you cleared some of that? Are you working on that?
No, I'm not working on that. I've just sort of pushed that to the back. I'm considering saving up for a new car. They're in my goals book, so I think that...
But you're making the repayments?
I'm not going to get a loan.
No, the ones you've already got?
Yeah, I'm making the repayments on them.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Because obviously that'll affect your serviceability.
Yeah.
So you'll need them gone before you go for your next property.
Yep.
On your own, like financing.
Yeah. Yeah, haven't really even been thinking about doing one on my own. I've got a lot of JV partners. Got 5 which are being extracted from many, and these 5 are good. And they're willing to do more than one at a time.
Okay.
So, yeah, I haven't really had the issue of having to use my own serviceability. Because I got my business, I can't get a loan for a while anyway.
That's true. That's right. So what would you say to people out there that are listening? Because you've come from a very different background. You know, you've come from pretty hard background. Moved to Queensland, all of that kind of stuff. You don't necessarily have the, mum and dad sitting over there saying, do this, do that, etc. How are you coping with that?
Good. I've always just done everything I wanted. So when I didn't have a motorbike and everyone else did, I just went out and got one. My advice is that don't listen to, if someone says you can't do it, then don't listen to them, just keep doing it. And just don't stop until it's done. So
what are you doing to stay motivated?
Reading, and I listen to this motivational talk instead of music. And I go to the gym. I do your 7 daily rituals, and I feel really guilty if I'm not improving every day. So I can't feel guilty, so I just got to improve every day.
And you're finding you're ticking something off on each one of them?
Apart from relationships. Everyone except for relationships.
Well, it doesn't have to be that kind of relationship. It can be a relationship with finding a new real estate agent.
Yeah.
You know, it can be mates in the market.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. It doesn't have to be a relationship.
Yeah, I'll put that down as wealth.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I know what I need to work on.
Yeah. But even the other, you know, property games, kids and things like that, you know, that's part of the relationship. It's mates, it's friends.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So last words to someone listening to the video?
It does get tough. I think it has been harder than I thought it would be. But it was just, I just kept persisting, and then didn't look like anything was happening. And it was all of a sudden someone flicked a switch. And then it all just started happening. And I think that was when I started believing that I could do it.
Which is part of that reading and learning continually.
Yeah, because I know about all this stuff because I've been reading about it. Then I can sort of make comments like that. Otherwise I would have just been like...
And when did you do your last video log?
Last week. Good.
Yeah. You stay up to date on most of them. It's the others that are slacking off.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Jack. Thank you very much.
Thanks.